Good evening. Welcome to Music Minute at Epiphany Lutheran Church in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Kevin Barger, the Director of Music Ministry. I have my red shirt on because tomorrow is the day of Pentecost. So, we are going to start with the gathering hymn, O Holy Spirit, Enter In. And it's been said that this is actually a New Testament translation of the Old Testament. So there's a passage in Isaiah that has been translated to the New Testament for this. This is from a German poem. It was 8 stanzas, or verses, and we only have verses 1, 4, and 6 that you're going to hear tomorrow. And do you remember Catherine Winkworth? We talked about her translating lots of German chorales or hymns into English. She did this one. And the composer, or the author of the text, Michael Shermer, he did not have an easy life. He was actually baptized in St. Thomas Church, and why that's kind of important is that's the church where a century later, after Michael Shermer, J.S. Bach would be the cantor. And Michael Shermer was in very bad health, and this was exacerbated by the 30 Years' War. He had a daughter who died when she was 9, and then his wife died. Then his son died at 25, and then he had another son die before he died. So he had lots of death that he was dealing with in his life. The tune is one you'll recognize. It is a common chorale. We do How Brightly Shines the Morning Star, perhaps, that you'll recognize. So we'll go on with that. And here is some variations for you on O Holy Spirit, Enter In. variations to go on. The next one, we're going to flip over to the organ. The hymn of the day is O Spirit of Life. And this is another German hymn, so it's a week for German hymns. This is also the harmonization that is in our hymnal is attributed to J.S. Bach as well, so there's another Bach reference today. It comes to our current hymnal from With One Voice. Remember the blue supplement that we had before. And its tune, O Heiliger Geist, actually translates O Holy Spirit. So how perfect for Pentecost Day. So we're going to go over to the organ, and this is a little bit, I hope you can hear this. It has very soft strings and flutes on the organ, and it may be a little bit difficult to hear, so you might have to turn up your volume a little bit, and we'll hope that it comes across. Just a very soothing and calming variation of that. And to close off, we're going to do God of Tempest and God of Whirlwind. Guide Me, O Thou Great Jehovah is probably the tune that you might recognize here. It's another great, more contemporary Pentecost hymn. And the Spirit in this, if you look at the words tomorrow if you have a chance, the Spirit is not actually mentioned until partially through the second stanza. However, imagery and attributes of the Holy Spirit are all throughout the hymn. So those would be tempest and whirlwind, blazing and burning, earthquake and thunder, and passion without sleep. So they're all sort of very harsh things with the Spirit instead of gentle and flowing. The petitions that are following those images are equally powerful. So those are driving us to costly service. Let your flaming Spirit surge and kindle truth against the deceit of injustice. Break chains of sin and walls that divide, and stir in us a restlessness that is not content with evil. So how wonderful. This is good stuff with these words. It's set to the Welsh tune, which I bet you know. This is a Paul Mons arrangement of it, so it's not a new organ version. You might have heard it before. It's a great, great piece and a good way to end today. So here we have God of Grace by Paul Mons. Hear the tempest and the whirlwind in there. So thanks for joining us tonight, and next week we'll look forward to the Holy Trinity. If you are joining us tomorrow, we'll be on Facebook and YouTube at 10:30, and if you're joining us live in the sanctuary, that's at 9 o'clock and 10:30 as well. Thanks again for joining. Have a good week.